All right, welcome to the Business Credit Builder tool, everyone. With this tool, basically, you're going to learn how to build business credit while you build your business, while at the same time you add trade lines while doing this. And I'm going to show you what I mean when I say this. But basically, you can build your business credit and pay for services that you're going to need anyway while building business credit, while adding trade lines. And when I say that, here's exactly what I mean, you guys. First of all, every step that you do throughout the system, for example, your business entity. I'm just going to click on this real quick.
The basic principle of business credit is that your business credit scores are separate from you personally. For that to happen, your business must be its own legal entity. That means your business must be either a corporation or an LLC. If you operate your business as a sole proprietor or partnership,
Okay, now as you can see, each step has basically a talking coach that coaches you through exactly what to do. So what she tells you is how to get a business entity and why you need one. Now if you don't have an entity yet, what you do is you go to fix it. But here's where it gets good, you guys. Now when it comes to compliance and everything, your business, you want to stay in compliance. So most people hire a third party company basically to keep track of all their filings and all their records to keep them, in compliance, their business. Now with us, what you can do is you can order through us this service, this third party service, and what we do is we actually report this to the business credit the business credit reporting bureaus. So we actually report this on your business credit as a trade line. So it costs you $42 a month to pay for this third-party service, and what we do is we report it as a $500 trade line on your business credit, you guys. So right there, that's your first trade line that you just built just by staying in compliance. And this is something that you're going to need anyway if you want to establish a legitimate business and you want to make sure that you do stay in compliance. So $42 a month, you get a $500 trade line. Now again, you guys, if you're going to build a trade line any other way, you're going to have to order from different vendors anyway. So now, why not order something that you actually need and that you're going to use? Now that's just one. I'm going to show you some of the other things that you can get. So let's say that you need a business location. Again, I'm going to let you listen to her.
Many business lenders will decline businesses that do not show up as having a business address. They do this by checking the U.S. Postal Service database, just as we have done here. If your business is showing up as a residential address, this will get you declined by as many as 80% of business lenders. A simple solution to having a verifiable business address is provided here.
So with our tool, what you can do is you can actually check if you show up as a business address, as a UPS box, or as a residential address. If you just heard her, you can actually get turned down by as many as 80% of lenders just because you have a residential address. So it's important to have an actual business address that shows up as a business address when the lenders actually check you. Now with our tool, you can actually check that right from our site, right from the tool. See, you guys, you just type in your address and just hit test it, and then you can actually check and see if you're coming up, with as a business address. Now, if you're not, you just click on fix it. Now, I'm going to show you guys though the credit building part. Just click credit building. Now, watch, you guys. If you don't have a business address yet, we actually show you the best solution to get a business address, which is a virtual business address. Now, we are the only way that you can actually get a virtual business address, which you're going to need anyway, and actually report it as an actual trade line for you. So when you get a virtual business address through us, we work with the biggest companies there are in the industry that offer virtual business addresses. We make sure that they're compliant, and that basically when they look you up, you're going to come up as an actual real business address. For this service, it costs you anywhere from $49 a month to $125 a month, depending on the address. And what this service does is they actually scan your mail for you. They'll email your actual mail to you, so you don't even have to pick up a piece of mail. They'll just email it to you. They'll actually deposit your checks for you. So if you get any checks, they'll take your checks and deposit them in the bank for you. So they pretty much do everything. and they'll forward you the mail that you need. So you really don't even have to pick up a piece of mail if you don't want to, unless you have to sign your signature on it. So that's what the virtual address does. And they'll also accept packages, of course, for you, and they show up as a physical business address when they, when the lender looks it up. And we know that because we work directly with with them, and we know exactly what the lenders look up. Again, we report this as a trade line on your credit, on your business credit. So by doing this, by getting your office through us, or changing your current office right now and getting a virtual office and doing it, more of the 2017 way, the automated way, you can actually get a $500 to $1,500 trade line reported on your business credit at the same time. So there you go, $500 to $1,500 trade line for your business credit, just by getting something that you're going to need already, you guys. So again, that's why this tool is so amazing, because we actually show you basically how to build your business credit the right way. How to build it without having to buy just a bunch of stuff that you're not going to need. You're going to need a virtual address anyway. You're going to need to build business credit anyway. So why not build it, while you're getting services that you're already going to need? Because either way, you're going to need a business address. Even if you already have one, why not get one that's going to report on your credit, So I'm going to show you some of these other steps that we actually walk you through. Your business phone and 411. Again, we have a company where you can get it through us, and we give you a full phone, fax, 401. We report the 401, all that for you, and you just pay a monthly fee. I'm going to click on it real quick just to show you. I know oops. Try that again.
Lenders will typically check three things in regards to your business phones. First, they will check the FCC database, like we are doing here, to see if your phone number is reported as a business line. In most cases, if your main business phone number is a cell or residential number, they will decline your application. Next, lenders will check the National 411 directory to see if your business phone number is listed under your exact business legal name. If not, this too may get you declined.
So again, let's say that you don't have a, basically a FCC listed business phone number yet. Again, we can get that for you, and at the same time, you get a trade line on your credit. So you're going to need this anyway to, when you go to apply. And a lot of these companies, they're not even going to let you know if they come up as an FCC listed business phone. So this way, that, hey, when the lender looks you up, you're going to come up exactly as an FCC listed business phone. Now for this, it's going to be about $40 a month, and we also report it as a $480 trade line, business trade line. So by now, if you've done just these steps, you're on step 1.3. You should already have 3 trade lines, and all you're doing is actually setting up your business. Do you guys see why this is so great? Because you get business trade lines as you're just building your business with services that you're going to need anyway. You're going to need these exact services anyway. Now, maybe not these exact services, but these are the best services out there. We only work with the best companies. We only partner with the best companies to offer you the best service, at the best rates. This is why we partnered with these companies, because we believe that they're the best ones for new businesses. So anyway, you guys, again, it costs you $40 a month. You get call routing, business extensions, you get a business phone tree. We set up different departments. You can forward your calls to your cell phone, and you have professional presence, you guys, that when customers try to reach you, you're a lot more credible. So for that, it's $40 a month. You get a $480 trade line. That'll be your 3rd trade line so far, and now you already have, you're already in compliance. You're already incorporated. You got a business entity. You've got your business location, and you've got a phone and 411, you guys, and 3 trade lines already, just by doing the steps that you're going to need to do anyway. When it comes to a website and email, again, I'm going to let you guys listen to her real quick when she explains it.
Lenders are checking to see if your business has a web presence. Your business needs a website and a professional email address. We recommend that you purchase a domain name for your business and use that name for your business email accounts. Using free email services like Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo for your business can get you declined.
Okay, now as you guys seen, she's letting you know that you need a professional email for your business, and if you don't have one, you can get declined. Like say you use at Gmail, at Yahoo, at Hotmail, it's not going to work a lot of times, you guys. They're going to look at that, and you don't look so professional. So it's good to have a website, basically, so you can have a professional email too, a website and an email. Now again, for that, we give you an option to basically build credit and get a website for a low down payment at the same time. So if you don't have a website or anything yet, you can actually get a website created for you for a down payment between $199 and $299, and then basically payments every month after that. I think it's like $100 a month after that. You get your own website. Now what it's going to do is it's also going to report on your business credit as a trade line up to $1,300. So again, this is your 4th trade line, and now you got a website and an email. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Why this is amazing? Because you can literally build your business credit, at the same time as building your business with services that you're already going to need anyway. So you're going to need a website. You're going to need a professional email. Why not, get that trade line? Why would you just go order, from starter vendors, things that you're not going to need anyway, when you can basically just either switch your current services with these services and get a trade line at the same time, or get these services now, add a trade line, and then save yourself time and money later, so you don't have to go and order from all these different starter vendors. We do show you the starter vendors to order from, but again, a lot of the stuff you're not going to need. This is stuff that you're actually going to need. So again, that could be your 4th trade line if you do it that way, you guys. Same thing with your EIN and your licenses. You're going to need an EIN number, and we walk you through that. You're going to need different business licenses, and we walk you through that too. Let me see if there's a way to build business credit on that one. I can't actually.
Your business entity must have a federal tax ID number. This is like having a social.
I'm not going to play it, but yeah, we show you how to get the EIN number, just free, exactly where to go to get your EIN number. And then your business banking too, you guys. When it comes to business banking, just going to show you, there's different banks that basically, there's different banks that you can go through. See, let me see.
Lenders consider the date you opened your business bank account as the day your business started.
Yeah, that's another important part, guys. When you go to open your business bank account, to the lenders, the day that you actually open your account is the day that you started. So it's so important when you actually open your bank account that you open it with your business when you start, you guys, because a lot of people try to get these shelf corporations and everything, and they don't realize that the lender is actually looking at the date that they open their business bank account. So if they didn't open their business bank account when they got their shelf corp, all of a sudden their shelf corp's useless. Now that's not always the case. Not every lender looks at that, but a lot of lenders do. So it's important to get a business bank account and get that age, start aging it. Now if you don't accept credit cards yet too, you're going to need a merchant account. And again, you guys, remember, if you've been getting these services, you already have 4 trade lines now. You could click on credit building, and again, you can get a trade line, another trade line, $47 a month, and you can start accepting credit cards, you guys. So that's the fee. I think it's $47 a month, and I don't think there's any type of processing fee. There might be, but I don't think there is. I think it's just $47 a month, and basically you just start accepting credit cards, for your business while getting another trade line reporting for you. So again, you guys, you're gonna need a merchant processor if you want to accept credit cards, which most people do nowadays. So why not get a trade line at the same time? So that would be your is it the 4th or 5th? I think that's your 5th trade line reporting now, you guys. So there you go. There's your 5 trade lines, and so far you've got all these services that you need for your business while building business credit and adding trade lines. So that's the difference between our system and anything else out there. There's nothing else out there where you can, yeah, that's actually the 5th trade line right there. There's nothing else out there that you can get 5 trade lines, and there's more too, more trade lines, just by building your business, you know. So I'm going to show you all agencies. Let's say pre-qualifying for funding. Let's click here. Okay. Now basically we just tell you about what they look at when you're going to get approved. If you don't have a business plan yet, again, you can go through us and actually get a full business plan, and it reports as a trade line. So that would be your 6th trade line right there if you did get a business plan through us. We also talk about your available assets. So depending on what your business has, what available assets, that matters too when you go to get funding. So we kind of explain that. The owner's credit, that really matters nowadays. When you go to get funding, the owner's credit, if you do plan to personally guarantee some of your credit cards or your first cards. Now we do show you how to get business credit with no personal guarantee if you just follow this system, but sometimes it's, you know, you just want that credit card, you can personally guarantee it, and then basically when your business credit's good enough, you can just reapply for the credit card, cancel the first one, and get a new credit card with no personal guarantee. So that's how you do that, you guys. Your bank rating. We actually talk about something that most people don't know about, and that's that banks have a credit score. Most business owners don't realize that every bank actually has a credit score on you. So depending on how much money you keep in your account each month is how basically what your credit score is. Now you want to keep anywhere from 10,000 and above in your account every month if you can. You know, that's going to give you at least a low 5 rating. So if you want to get the hard lenders to lend to you, your bank score is very important. Same thing with the CD business loan. We actually show you basically how to take out a secured loan using a CD, secured business loan, and how to get them, and basically which banks to use when doing that. So we show you everything. So by now, if you went through and you got all these different services with us, you would have 6 trade lines so far, and you're building business credit, you guys. You're in compliance, you know. So then you're optimizing your business reporting. Now when it comes to this, you want to know exactly basically what's on your business credit reports. That way you know what kind of business credit you have, what your Paydex score is and everything. And you can actually check through our tool. You can literally check your credit status with you know, on your business credit report. Now you cannot do that any other way except with our tool. So that's another amazing part about this tool.
We are checking with Experian Business Credit to see if your business already has an open credit file. Experian checks public records to create your business credit file. If you have formed either a corporation or LLC, your business will likely be listed. The Experian data search will sometimes give you multiple businesses to select from if it cannot immediately identify your business.
Okay, you guys, what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of looking up Walmart. I know I didn't get the area, it's Bentonville, but I was just trying to bring up Walmart. But you see how 2 different Walmarts popped up showing you. And look, guys, they have 474 trade lines, and yes, they do have business credit. They have a business credit score. So right now, you know that yes, Walmart does have a profile, business profile, credit score, and they have 474 trade lines. Most people don't know, but that's how Walmart makes their money. Is they actually use business credit, and they buy stuff on business credit, and then you pay them for what they buy before they ever have to pay it back. So they know exactly how much to get. They let you pay for it, and then they use their business credit to pay that back, to pay the vendors back. So that's how Walmart works. That's why they have 474 trade lines. And they're a great example of business credit and utilizing it the right way. So yeah, you can actually check your business credit without, you know, having credit monitoring. But we do tell you to get credit monitoring because it's very important that you get credit monitoring so you know what your business credit is every month. When you're building the business credit, it's important to know what you got on there. So we actually basically just help you set this up. Your Experian, your Credit Safe reports. That's another one a lot of people don't know about. Your Equifax business, and you're done in Bradstreet. And then you basically look at your business credit scores. So now we're gonna keep going, you guys. We actually, when it comes to your personal credit too, that's also very important. Your personal credit optimization. Lenders actually do look at your personal credit when it comes to knowing how much to lend you. Now they don't always do this. If you're trying to get it without a personal guarantee, you can, basically make it so they don't look at your personal credit. But in the beginning with your business, you do want to have good personal credit because, you really don't want to try not to personally guarantee anything from the beginning. You want to just build it up to that eventually. You know what I mean? So if you got to personally guarantee some things in the beginning, it's good to have great credit. So this tool actually tells you basically how lenders see you, how they see it, so that way you know exactly what to have on your credit. It tells you about your FICO score and business lending. Basically, you want to have 720 or above FICO score, and there's a lot of different stuff that goes into that. They tell you the types of debts they care about. So if you have certain types of debts in your credit already, they care about it, you guys. They care about the debt ratio and the acceleration. So again, like the debt to income ratios and everything, they care about stuff like that when it comes to your personal credit. Your inquiries, identity, owners. So if anybody has more than 15% stake in the business, they want to have good personal credit, you guys, any of the owners. So if any owner of the business has more than 15% stake, they want to have 720 plus credit score and good credit. Also, when it comes to inquiries, no more than 6 inquiries in the last 6 months. So a lot of different stuff that you don't know unless you have a tool that explains all of this to you. Now the use of credit partners. A lot of people don't know what these are, but these are people with good credit that you can actually partner up with to start your business, and we explain that all to you too. So you guys, this course basically, this tool teaches you how to be a master at getting funding, for your business. There's nothing else like this out here. People are going to wonder how you know so much. How do you know all this? And you're going to know it's because you have a tool that walks you through everything. But they don't know that. You don't got to tell them that. Unsecured funding range report. Now this is great, you guys. I'm going to click on this real quick. I'll let her explain it.
This tool generates your unsecured funding range report. Based upon the answers you provide, this funding range report will estimate the amount of unsecured funding available to any one specific business owner or credit partner. If you have a current credit report on any business owner or credit partner, you can then generate a funding range report for that individual. Funding range reports are per principal, owner, or credit partner of the business and not for the business itself. Unsecured funding can be obtained solely based on the personal credit of the individual and therefore can apply to all businesses, startups included.
Alright, you guys, now what this is a lot of people don't know this either, but you can actually get funding towards your business. Each person with good credit can get funding directly through credit cards, you guys. That's called unsecured funding. So if you want to get unsecured funding through credit cards, which is also very important when you're first starting, and we help you with that too, you guys. We actually have people who will get you the money that you need through unsecured funding. You can use our tool though to basically see how much you're going to get in unsecured credit cards with your credit score, with how many inquiries you got. We ask you 36 different questions about basically what you have on your credit, and with these questions we actually generate a funding score that tells you exactly how much you're going to be able to get funded for. With what I just filled in, you see it says 67, you guys. So with the answers I just filled in, this person would basically be able to get anywhere from $25,000 to $45,000, most likely more towards $45,000 since they have 67. So if they have between a 60 and a 70, a 60 and a 69, they get $25,000 to $45,000, you guys. So this person would probably get about $38,000, 38 grand. just to give you an idea of how much funding they're going to get. And how are you going to know that, you guys? With our tool, it tells you exactly how much you're going to get in unsecured credit cards if you want to go that route. Now, obviously, we tell you all the starter credits. So by now, if you went through our entire process of building your business credit, you should already have about, I think it's 6 different trade lines with us. So if you do have 6 different trade lines, you're already ready to get business credit. Now if you don't, then you're still going to have to get vendor credits. And this is what I meant when I said why not use the services you're going to need instead of trying to go through and find the credits through our list of vendors. But if you didn't already order through us and order the different services like a business address or a phone 411, you can do it through here. Or if you already had that and you didn't want to switch services to build credit, you can do that here and just get starter vendors. Just click starter vendors, different vendors. We have the list where we tell you all the different vendors to go through.
Starter vendors are known to approve almost all businesses. You need to sign up with a minimum of 3 starter vendors before moving on. Do not provide starter vendors with the social security numbers of any owners. The other vendors in this section are categorized by their product or service type. The approval requirements for each vendor credit line is clearly listed. Be sure to read the requirements carefully before selecting and applying.
So again, you guys, she just explained that starter vendors basically approve you, no matter what, as long as you have like a business and a 411 most of the time. Some of them may have other requirements, but the basic point is that starter vendors approve you with almost nothing on your business credit. Now that's what the ones above were, the services that I was saying to sign up for, because they give you high limit trade lines. With these starter vendors, now just a note, you are going to have to sign up with at least 5 vendors, 5 starter vendors in order to start getting actual business credit, like revolving credit and different store cards and everything. So remember this though, you guys, a lot of these don't, like if you buy something for $50, you're only going to have a $50 trade line or a $100 trade line on your credit. The reason it's so good to actually go through the steps of basically getting compliant and ordering is because you get higher limit trade lines. And that really matters when they go to extend you more credit. They're going to look at how much those trade lines are for. So just remember that, guys, when you're going to order these starter vendors, just think about it. Is it better to get higher limit trade lines and maybe switch some of the services you already have, or sign up, for some of the other services when it comes to making you compliant, like a business address or a phone, where you get $500 or $1,000 trade lines? Or do you just want to start, with smaller starter trade lines or starter vendors? So it's up to you guys, but just remember that it's going to be a little bit smaller of trade lines reporting than it will be if you went through the steps and actually ordered the other services. But we do show you the starter vendors: high tech, office supplies, business and industrial, major retail. So basically we have all the different vendors, you guys, pretty much every vendor there is when it comes to business credit and starter vendors. We have all the vendors.
Starter vendors are
Oops. Okay, let me just go down real quick. I'm not going to show you the vendors right now, but again, guys, business credit cards. Now, once you have at least 5 vendor accounts, now you can start getting business credit cards. So I'm going to click here and just let her explain it.
The credit providers in this section will be checking to see that your lender compliance is complete and that your business credit files are open. You should have a total of at least 5 reporting trade lines prior to applying with any credit providers in this section. Many of these credit provider applications require your DUNS number. If you are not sure what your DUNS number is, you should return to the Dun & Bradstreet page to get that. The approval guidelines for each credit provider are clearly listed. Be sure to read those guidelines carefully before selecting and applying.
So again, as she said, you guys, you want at least 5 vendor trade lines before basically applying for any type of revolving business credit cards. So again, you can do that by going and just becoming compliant and just signing up for those services or switching over your current services, or you can do that through our starter vendors, by basically finding 5 different starter vendors and signing up with them. So that's your choice, you guys. But once you get to this point, now you can actually start getting revolving credit cards with different stores. You got your major retail stores like Walmart and Amazon and stuff, eBay. Then you got your office and industrial, building supplies, gas and fleet cards. And we also have no personal guarantee cards. Just click here.
These no personal guarantee business credit cards require that your business has a DUNS number, a DUNS rating, at least 10 reporting trade lines, and business credit scores of 70 or above. At least one of your reporting trade lines needs to show a credit limit of at least $10,000.
So again, you guys, one of the reasons it's important to get those limits up is because when you go to get no personal guarantee credit cards, you're going to need at least 10 different trade lines and accounts on your credit, and one of them is going to have to be at least $10,000 or above. Now, in order to get that, you're probably going to want to have some of your vendors be reporting high limits, because again, when they go to extend you a limit, a lot of times they look at your current limits, you guys. So again, if you don't have high limit trade lines and you want high limit trade lines, basically just go to the become compliant section, become lender compliant, and start looking at some of the services and find out if you want to switch a service, or if you currently already have a service that you can switch, or if you need that service, like getting a business address, getting compliant, getting a phone and 411, website, stuff like that. You guys, you can actually build business credit through our compliance section if you don't already have it. So if you want to get more trade lines and you want to get that $10,000 trade line, again, some of your trade lines might have to be higher limits. So by the time you get to this section, you guys, you can actually get no personal guarantee revolving credit cards, which is awesome, because now you can basically get things on your credit and you're not personally liable. Your business is now liable. If you don't put a personal guarantee down, if you end up not being able to pay that, which hopefully you always pay on time, but if you can't, it does not go on your personal credit, even if you go into default, if it's no personal guarantee. So that's why it's so important to eventually detach your business credit from your personal credit, even if you do have to personally guarantee some of the cards and trade lines in the beginning. So again, guys, these are your no personal guarantee trade lines, and there's 10. We basically tell you have to have at least 10 reporting trade lines, a DUNS rating, and at least $10,000 limit on one of your trade lines, you guys. So you got to have at least one high limit trade line. So once you get to that point, now I'm going to show you guys, we actually have funding programs. We have pretty much every funding program you can imagine, and I'm not going to, I guess I will just keep going down a little bit, but yeah, we have pretty much every funding program you can imagine. Now, you see what I mean, you guys? Once you get to this point, you already have business credit, you're already established, so you can go through and just get all kinds of different funding. So we have basically every different funding program there is in the world through this system. Now, once you get to this point, you can click on the funding finish line. And the crazy part is we have over 4,000 vendors and 4,000 lenders, you guys. But I'm going to click on funding finish line to give you guys an idea what that is.
You're at the funding finish line. Now you need to regularly use the business trade and credit lines you have established. It is critical that you use each account every month and to pay each account at least 10 days before the actual due date. Unlike personal credit, business credit tracks the number of days you pay either early or late. With personal credit, you can pay 29 days late with no negative effect. This is not the case with business credit. Your business credit scores are negatively affected by paying even 3 days late. Your goal is to obtain business credit scores of at least 70 with all 3 business credit agencies. To maximize the number of finance programs and amounts available, You should also be working on optimizing the personal credit scores of anyone owning 15% or more of your business. Your goal there is FICO scores of 720 or above with all 3 personal credit agencies.
Okay, you guys, like she said right here, once you reach this step, you're at the finish line. That means that you have excellent business credit. You've got all the trade lines that you need to get funding. You should have over 50,000 in business credit by this point, you guys. And now you can search over 4,000 lenders and over 3,000 vendors. So now basically, you're the guy they're looking for. You're the business they're looking for. You got everything they need. You're in compliance completely. You pass every check, and you've got all the trade lines you need. You've got the right limits, and you're ready to get funding, you guys. You can get funding from, you can search from over 4,000 lenders. We've got the most lenders out of anybody, and over 3,000 vendors, you guys, that we actually work with a lot of these different lenders and vendors directly. So basically, we've got more than anybody when it comes to getting funded and getting you there, you guys. So this is the tool that you need to get there. Hopefully you guys kind of understand by now what you need to do in order to get there. It is a long process, but if you have the right tool to actually walk you through everything, it can make everything really simple and easy. So there you go, you guys. By this point, you should be able to get all kinds of business credit. You should have excellent personal credit, and you are the expert now. Less than 1% of business owners even understand business credit. You actually have a tool that walks you through it. So you're 1 in 100,000 now. Nobody has this kind of tool that teaches them everything they need to know. So you know the knowledge that nobody else knows. So not only can you do this for your own business, but you can start helping other business owners in your community grow their business with your knowledge. You don't have to tell them where you got your knowledge from either, but you can help them with your own knowledge. So there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of the business credit building tool. And I hope you understand the difference between this tool and anything available, you guys. There's nothing else available even like this. There's nothing else available where you can actually build your business credit, build your trade lines up, while at the same time, just getting services that you're going to need anyway, you guys. Up until this time, in order to build business credit, you kind of just order different products from different companies that you really didn't even want to order from. And a lot of people didn't, they end up throwing away what they got because they really don't need it. They just ordered it in order to build their business credit. With this system, with this tool, you can actually build your business credit, get high limit trade lines reporting, and these are trade lines for things that you actually need, and things that you're actually going to use, you guys. Because again, you're going to need these exact different services in order to build your business credit in the first place. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough.